Hey honey buns, let's transform this t-shirt into a two-piece. Grab your scissors and let's get started. Honeybuntv. Per usual, everything you're going to be needing is going to be listed in the description box below. I am using a big t-shirt, I'm using a pattern, as well as another t-shirt for a pattern, and I'm using some scissors, pins, measuring tape, and grommets that are very optional. First things first, you are going to want to start by cutting off any tags or any excess that came with the shirt. This shirt is approximately 3 to 4 sizes bigger than my normal size, so this is pretty big. However, it is not as stretchy as a 4-way stretch. What you are going to do is you are going to be folding this shirt in half, and then you are going to be folding it in half again. So I folded it on a fold vertically, parallelly, and then I folded it on a fold horizontally. Okay, so I did this to give me just room and area and space for the bottom portion, which will be the skirt, and then of course the top portion is going to be the top that we are going to be creating. Now, like I was stating before, this is not a 4-way stretch fabric. It is a little bit stretchy, but it's not 4-way stretch. So because of that, we are going to be needing to add a couple of inches. I decided to add approximately 2 inches to the desired pattern size, because I felt like 2 inches, if it's too big, I could cut it down enough, and if it is kind of small, which I don't bet it to be, I can work with it a little bit due to the semi stretch that it has. Now, you don't have to add 2 inches. It can be a little bit more for you, so you can take away, but 2 inches work for me. Now, I am just using a pen to identify which is going to be my back piece and which piece is going to be my front piece. After I have identified that, as I tell y'all all the time, keep your scraps. This portion right here that you see me using the scraps for is going to be for the band around our skirt. And of course, as we will continue to cut, we will have more fabric to make our band the actual size that we need. Now, starting with the t-shirt, I did not know what kind of shirt I wanted to make in the beginning. So right here, I am just kind of going through the little motions of figuring out, where am I going to put this little stripe? Is it going to be for straps, or is it going to actually be the band rather than the scraps? But I just decided, let's just open this shirt up all the way first, and then we can really identify how we want to make our top. Following suit, after I finished opening the top up all of the way, I took a white t-shirt that I had in the room, but I hadn't been wearing it, and I decided I was just going to cut that t-shirt open, or small top as you may say, and I was just going to manipulate the pattern. I was kind of going for a softer kind of corset type of top, which this top kind of is one. So that is what I went with. As you can see here, I'm just putting the top on first, but then I'm like, no, we need to cut this open and really get the pieces down to a T. So I am literally cutting that top open, and I am going to be using the breast part for your breast, and I'm going to be using the bottom part. I didn't use the back part because this top is really kind of not going to have a back. If your shirt was like mine, then you will probably have some icons or some little patches on it, I like to say. And right here, because I can't find my seam ripper, I am using my thread cutting scissors. So I'm just cutting those 2 patches out so we can glue them on later. Now, as I did for the skirt, I am going to do for the top, which is adding a couple of inches on. For the skirt, I added on approximately 2 inches. For the top, I'm going to be adding on 2 inches for the sizing. Hold on. I'm going to be adding on a couple of inches for the width, but for the length, I am approximately adding 5 inches. And I really want to say, if you are, or if your shirt is a little bit longer and you want it longer, you can obviously do it to your discretion and how much fabric you have left. But I really only had 5 inches of length left, so I had no choice but to do 5 inches. Now, I am just getting ready to cut basically the top portion of this top, which will be kind of like the underbust that will create that corset kind of look. I'm cutting everything on a fold because it's much easier to cut on a fold rather than cutting one piece by one piece. And I'm just adding those inches like I was telling you before. Now, right here is where I like to basically kind of pair everything up together so I can see what I'm working with. But we are just going to pair it up together, fold it up, and put it on the side. Now, remember how I was saying earlier we had those extra pieces of fabric so it can be used as our belt, I want to say, and even our bands. Same thing, we got a little bit more fabric as I suspected. And we are going to be using this for our band around our skirt. Now, example, if your waist is 32 inches, you may want to add an inch and or take away. It's up to you how tight you want it to be. But because of the circumstance, I'm going to add 1 more inch. And then I am going to make this band approximately 2 inches wide. After putting together our band, it's time to sew everything together. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be placing these 2 pieces for the skirt on top of each other or right sides up, and then we are going to just sew the sides. So want to remember to do a zigzag stitch when you're working with stretchy fabric. If you don't have a serger machine, my serger machine is down, you do want to do a serger stitch because it gives you more room to work with the stretchiness rather than a straight stitch. Since we finished our skirt, now we need to go ahead and put the band on before we move on to the top. Now, in the earlier sector, you know that I was working with the scraps, and the band was a little bit thicker than what I cut out with the scraps. And then the second band that we cut out together was a little bit skinny. If you're in this predicament where you have to place many pieces together, this is how you will be doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to pin all of the fabric together, and when I fold it over, even though you see like kind of bigger pieces, when I fold it over, I'm going to cut the excess off of those bigger pieces to match the smaller piece. And because these are scraps, as I used the example before, if your waist is a 32 inch, I believe all of these scraps came out to approximately 37. You are just going to obviously cut that extra off. Now, when you go to the sewing machine, you are going to be able to sew them together, and we are going to do right sides facing each other. After we have sewed all 3 of our pieces together for our scraps, if you have to do this, you are now going to fold it over and sew both ends. Now you're going to sew both ends and you are going to leave a small section in the middle open as I'm getting ready to show you here. So you should have 2 pins, and what you're going to do is you are going to sew the end, and then you're going to sew all the way until that first pin, and then you are going to sew after that second pin, leaving that opening. So you see, now you're going to start sewing at the second pin. After that, you want to fold it, well, not even fold it, you want to really bring it outside in. And what you see me here doing is literally bringing it outside in. Now, once you bring it outside in, you are going to take that piece of the band that is clearly on the outside, and you are going to place it upside down on your skirt. And how you know that it's going to be upside down on your skirt is because this little opening that I said you should have is going to be facing up rather than down. And you're going to do this because it makes better sense, especially, and it looks better when it comes to the skirt portion, just when it comes to neatness and everything matching up and aligning. And also, if you did that with the opening facing at the bottom, then girl, you would still have that opening facing up. So that's why we want to make sure that when you put the band on, that opening is facing upward rather than down. After you have placed your band on, then you're going to go ahead and sew all around the skirt. Now for this portion, we are going to get started on the top. I've already did one side, so I'm just going to show you how I did the second side. What you are going to do, and this is completely optional, but you, as you see me here doing, are going to fold over the first portion piece for the corset. And literally, this is just me freehanding it. You're just kind of going to cut a little curve. You don't want to cut too much into it, but you kind of want it to be a little curve so the top portion of your top can have kind of like a pouch for your bust to sit. After I went to the sewing machine and sewed the piece that I cut together, we are just going to line everything up from corner to corner, and you are going to pin it. And you want to take your time because this is a curve meeting basically another curve, and it can get kind of tricky when you are sewing this on without pins, and even when you are pinning it, it can kind of get a little bit tricky right there. So that's why you see me taking my time. Now, after everything is pinned, you are literally going to go ahead and sew the bottom portion of that top. Now, with the 2 straps that I cut off earlier from the top piece before we got to this top piece, we are going to be sewing those on to make our straps. Now, you can see me here. I am just pinning them on. You are going to sew this strap down first, and then you are going to flip it over and sew it on top just to give it a neat and flat look. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now. Now that we have finished our top, we are just going to cut off all those extra threads that are attached, and then we're going to move on to basically closing up the back in a way. Now, if you have been here, you know this whole entire summer I have been putting grommets on everything that I can find. If you are new to using grommets, you're going to have one piece that has a little bit more depth to it, which is going to be your top portion. And then you're going to have another piece that's going to be flat, which is going to be your bottom portion, and that is going to go on the inside. After that, you are going to take your grommet tool, or grommet crusher as I like to say, and you are going to crush it. And this is what is going to keep it in place. And if I didn't say already, you do need to make a hole to have this inserted. But after it is inserted, this is what it shall look like. I do have another tutorial, the previous tutorial, on how to also put a grommet in a little bit more detailed. After that, I decided that I was going to be using some orange bungee. Like I said, this is totally optional. I only used orange because there is a little bit orange in the straps if you cannot see it. Now, again, another optional portion, because this is not as stretchy as I thought it would be, I just added a zipper to the back of the skirt. Now, if y'all want a more detailed tutorial on how to insert a zipper, I definitely can do that for you, but I'm just doing this because mine is not as stretchy. And this is how it should come out. See you honey buns on honeybuntv _ next week. Mwah.